back at it again, and we have one here with Caitlin Bennett. Shout out to Caitlin. Original link is down below as always. Make sure you guys go show her some love. But we have a video here that I think is going to highlight exactly what I've been feeling since this journey began, right? Because, you know, obviously you guys know the statistics. Black people overwhelmingly vote a certain way, think a certain way, and the moment that you even consider thinking a different way than the way that it's supposed to be, you're considered the enemy. You're called all types of names. You're not even black anymore. You know, the whole rundown, right? And I think this video here, just based on the title, is going to highlight that. And I wanted to discuss it with you guys. So here we are. I've talked enough. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Thank you guys for all of the continued love and support. And let's dive in.
They're shaming a minority right now.
Shame on you.
A person of color because he's a Trump supporter.
Look at this image. You see, I assume he's a Mexican brother, and a bunch of white, who I assume are liberals, in the background yelling shame on you. And this sign says, all this hate, you'll never make America great. How ironic is that? You know, the side that, you know, always preaches love and positivity and acceptance. And I don't know how, well, no, I do know how. But it's crazy that I never paid attention to this. For so long, for so many years, I never paid attention to stuff like this. And now that I'm on this journey, it's all that I can see. The hypocrites. You preach love, but you spew out hate, and you accuse the other side of being hateful. I really don't get it.
Shame on you.
I don't know these guys, so they don't even know me.
Shame on you.
Hey, let's get shots together.
What are you taking picture of this mother? I don't want.
Hey, he wants to get a picture. I want to get a picture.
No, I don't want to get a picture.
Shame on
All types of names.
you. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Hold on. I want to read that sign.
Shame on.
Hold on. Wait a second. Not today, Satan. Pussy Riot. Not now. Or no, I think it says if not now, when. My it says my pussy grabs back. Let me go back. Oops, wrong button. Your hate is their power. This is just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And these are the same people that want handouts from the government. Why? It's because they're too busy doing this than actually worrying about putting food on the table for their families. Well, if they have families, which, you know, I doubt that they do because of the whole climate change, and having a family now is just this horrible, terrible, bad thing. If you have a family, if you have kids, you're selfish. Yeah, I've heard someone say that legitimately. So, yeah.
You. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Trump is the only toddler that belongs in a cage. Why? Liar, liar, pants on fire.
I like Donald Trump because for 3 reasons. He's pro-life, pro-Israel, and he's pro-family. He's not with abortion. Abortion is wrong. You know, I believe that if you come over here illegally, that you should be put back. I am Republican, and I stand for what the Bible says. And I don't stand for what people think that it should be.
I have a question.
Sure.
Because I noticed you're not white.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. Why is it all of these people are saying if you support Trump, you're you're a white nationalist? Are you any of those things?
No, I'm not.
Why are they calling you it?
Well, because they're uneducated, they're ignorant, they're arrogant, they don't know what they're talking about, number one. Number two, they just don't know me in general. They don't know where I come from, they don't know how I grew up. And so they just automatically assume and they just judge off of ignorance. So people who are lawless, people who think lawlessly, they have no restraint. You know, they have no restraint on the way they think, the way they talk, the way they act. So they just go around saying what they want to say, doing what they want to do.
Yep. Saying what they want to say and doing what they want to do. We've seen that situation out in California. People do it. I can't tell you how many videos I've come across of just people running into stores in California and taking whatever they want. Just whatever. Legitimately just running in, grabbing and sprinting out and nobody doing anything about it. Oh well. In one of the videos, even one of the workers said, hey, thanks for coming in and shopping. Now, obviously, she was being sarcastic, but like nobody does anything? Nothing? No loss prevention there to stop them? Like, no security? Nothing. And of course, you know, I assume, based on what we've seen, Gavin is going to be one of the people that's going to come out and try to run. And, I've seen some black folks say that they like him. You didn't hear that from me, though. I forgot what it was that happened, but on Instagram, under the, you know, in the comments, you know, I pop in and I read through stuff on social media. And there were some black folks like loving Gavin Newsom. And I'm like, yo, I gotta educate y'all, man. I have to educate y'all because you do not want to live in a country that is modeled after California. You really do not. I mean, we're already heading that direction, but I think one of the statistics that I read also is that California hasn't dropped in population in a very long time. In the past few years, it has consistently. People are leaving California. California used to place the people go, you know. Nope, no thanks. People breaking into cars, broad daylight, don't care at all whatsoever. It's crazy. It's like the Wild Wild West out there.
And they just don't know.
So, how did you grow up? What led you to the Republican side?
I'm actually independent, you know, but what led me to the Republican side is, you know, I believe the Bible. You know, I'm a Christian. You know, I believe, you know, there is one God. I believe in Jesus. I believe everything in the Bible should line up with what's happening, you know, in this country today. And we just can't go out there doing our own thing, you know.
War outside. It's like the last days of Sodom and Gomorrah outside.
Because we all know that we're living in the end times and we need to get right because Jesus, he's coming back soon.
These people need some Jesus, don't they?
They need lots of Jesus.
Have you been able to talk to anybody today?
No.
Of course I have. I've been talking to people all afternoon.
Oh, wow. He's actually talked to them. That's impressive.
Changed any minds?
Well, I'm sure I've influenced some people. I'm sure, you know, there's influence there. Some people, they've reconsidered what they've been thinking. So, but then again, you got ignorant people and arrogant people who don't know what they know. And so
I need to learn this brother's techniques because from what I've seen and what I've heard, man, I told y'all, the only hate that I've received have come from people that look like me. I haven't received any hate from any white person or anything. No Mexican, no Asian. It's all been black people. Treated me like a traitor. Man, how dare you, bootlicker? Well, I can't say some of the other stuff, you know. You two may not like me saying some of that other stuff, but y'all know the whole rundown. I thought about screenshotting some of this stuff, but you know, I'm not gonna expose the people. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna stoop that low.
They just go out there doing what they want to do and act like idiots.
Let me ask you this.
Sure.
So we see the protesters over here, the Trump line. I mean, look at it. There's so many people up there. It tripled around. There's at least, I would say, 50,000 people here at least. Why do...
Shame on you! 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 Shame on
all this hate, you'll never make America great.
Shame on
So saying that, you know, everybody needs to support minorities, refugees, all this stuff. They're shaming a minority right now.
Shame on you.
And that's one of the things that I've found very hypocritical, and you know, while I've been on this journey. Oh, support minorities, they support, until you think differently. It's all about, and I think I tweeted this out. I might have stolen it from someone, but if you're not following me on Twitter, link is in the description. I know Twitter's not the best platform ever, but hey, it allows us to connect at least in some way, shape, or fashion. So I'm also on True Social and all those other places as well. Links are in the description. But anyway, I tweeted out, it's all about diversity until it comes to ideas. Y'all heard about all the stuff that was said about Clarence Thomas, who's on the Supreme Court, you know, and he's black. That should be great, because, you know, by these same folks, we're told that representation matters, right? Even Corinne Jean-Pierre, she brought that up. Representation matters. I don't think it matters. What should matter is your education, right? Your knowledge of a topic or a subject. And I don't mean just from a university, because obviously we know universities are useless these days. And some of the enrollment numbers are showing that enrollment for universities is starting to drop, which is fantastic to see. People are waking up to the wastefulness of universities, and hopefully eventually universities you know, take a U-turn, because they've also gotten way too expensive. And I think it's because of all of these diversity hires. You know, you got, you know, this person, head of diversity. Like, why do you need head of diversity? This is a college campus where students are here to learn about relevant subjects, not be taught about diversity. Come on. But anyway, but yeah, all of the stuff said about Clarence Thomas, because obviously he thinks differently. He doesn't follow what black people are supposed to follow or subscribe to. And that's the typical treatment. It's for my Mexican brothers and sisters as well. Any minority that breaks the mold, or even just opens their mind to hear out the other side. And that's how this journey began, right? I just wanted to hear the other side. I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I need to actually just listen. Just listen. And now I'm seeing like all of this hypocrisy, and I'm like, wow, I was so brainwashed. And thankfully I had the wherewithal to, you know, open my mind to just listen. And when you just shut up sometimes and you listen, sometimes you'll learn. I know it's crazy. It's wild. I know some people have no concept of shutting up and listening to folks, you know, like the people yelling shame on you. But sometimes you'll learn. And I've learned quite a bit in the short time that I've been on this journey. And it's quite eye-opening. And, you know, I will do my best to try to educate and bring awareness to as many folks as I possibly can. That's part of what this whole journey is about. Bringing awareness to the actual truth. But also, you know, just me figuring out things as well. Because there's still a lot of stuff that I need to learn. So, anyway.
Person of color because he's a Trump supporter.
Shame on you.
I don't know these guys, so they don't even know me.
Shame on you.
Why should I be offended?
You shouldn't, because you have thick skin, because you have logic on your side,
Sure.
because you are supporting the president, you know what's right.
On you.
He's the president of the United States, and if he's not your president, you don't deserve to be here.
What I take this as, this is our fan base right here.
I'm sorry?
These are our fans right here. We have a big fan base. Look at these.
I know.
You're supporting a fascist. That's also another thing I've learned as well, is that, you know, folks like this try to accuse the other side of doing exactly what they are doing. Isn't that crazy? I want to look up the definition of fascist. A political system headed by a dictator in which the government controls business, labor, and opposition is not permitted. And of course, somebody in Wikipedia changed the definition of fascism is a far right. It's far right. Okay. I don't think fascism has a left or right leaning definition. So yeah, thanks Wikipedia. If anybody knows how to go into Wikipedia and edit that, somebody please go edit the far right out of the Wikipedia definition, please. I don't know how to do it. If I did, I would. But yeah, please edit that out. It says fascism is a far-right, authoritarian, ultra-nationalist political ideology and movement characterized by a dictator. Forcible suppression of opposition. Somebody go edit the far right out of there for me, please. Please, anybody that knows how to do that in Wikipedia. But anyway, let's continue on. This is crazy.
Would you be willing to go try to talk to them and try to make a common ground and see if they'll listen to you?
No, because you can't argue with idiots. You can't argue with people who are uneducated. So why argue if you know you're already right?
Trump is a fascist.
I disagree with that statement. I think we do have to try to bridge the gap, because if we don't, I don't think that gets us anywhere. We have to try. As tough and as hard as it might be, as annoying as it might be, as much as they might scream and yell in your face, and we may fail on 98% of people, but that 2% matters. That's the way that I see it personally. You guys may see it a different way, but I don't think that just because, and you know, I had some of these same thoughts as well, watching these videos and getting some of the DMs that I've gotten and some of the messages that I've gotten. I thought the same thing for a little bit as well. Like, man, I'm not even about to try to even talk to these folks, man. It's pointless. You know, they're so ignorant. Like, it's just pointless. I'm not even going to waste my time. But then, you know, I kind of opened my mind a little bit and thought about things and realized I used to be in that same position. I used to have my mind closed to it all. Part of it was I didn't really care to learn. So I know that there's people out there that are just like me. I just needed someone to come to me with the facts of the situation. I just needed someone to say, hey, Rich, I understand that you think this way, but here's the statistics to back up what it is that I'm about to say. And here's the facts to back it up. And here's the actual truth. Boom, 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 boom. And like I said, here's the facts to back it up. I know that there's people out there that are just like me. And if I don't try to engage with folks, I'll never discover those people. So I think it's important that we at least try. It doesn't hurt to try, right? We got to give it our best shot, you know, because that's all you can do at the end of the day. If people want to yell and scream and do all that sort of thing, so be it. So be it. But at least in my mind, I know that I gave it my best shot. That's the way that I see it. Give it your best shot and live with the results. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comment section.
Do you have any proof for that? Not today, Satan. My God. They are Satan.
Trump is a fascist. Trump is a fascist. Trump is a fascist. Trump is a fascist. Trump is a fascist.
Trump is a fascist.
Resist Trump!
Yeah.
Resist Trump!
Get a good picture of that.
Yeah!
These are the people that are keeping me out here.
Hey, that's a dope t-shirt right there. I'm not even going to, hold on, let me get my big head out of the way. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. I be forgetting that my head is right there on the screen. I'm going to make myself tiny. Look at that shirt. Speaking of that, t-shirts coming soon. I'll let y'all know. Stay tuned. New t-shirts coming very, very soon. All right. But that is fire. That is fire right there. So, there you have it. Unfortunately, this plays out quite a lot. And I think the way to approach this, and I could be wrong, you guys can let me know in the comment section, but I'm just speaking from my perspective and how I think I would have responded to a lot of this information the best. I think the way that you approach some of these folks is you come with statistics, you come with facts, the numbers, and also video footage. You know, when you can bring up a video of Joe Biden calling things racial jungles and the facts about Kamala and how she locked up people, but then she laughed about smoking with the Breakfast Club in Charlemagne. You bring up those videos and let people watch them, because those videos I don't think are broadcasted enough. So people don't even know that stuff happens. You bring up, just the history, the true history of it all. Show people statistics and video footage, right? And then you state your claim, and then you re-show them the video footage, and then you also show video footage to the contrary, where people said, for example, when people say Trump didn't support LGBTQ, you bring up the video where Trump clearly said, hey, I support the LGBTQ community. You bring up that video because I feel like a lot of people haven't seen that. I feel like that is the best way to engage with folks. And like I said, I could totally be wrong, but from my perspective, someone like me, I think will respond to that the best, right? Because even though I was lost and I was brainwashed, there was still part of me that believed in facts, right? The actual truth. So when I'm presented with that, I can't argue against it. I feel dumb trying to even make the argument. Well, you know what I mean? Like, I would just feel stupid. So I wouldn't even argue against it. I'll be, oh, I'm wrong. So I think that's the way to approach these engagements with folks and having open dialogue. Because when you just start yelling and screaming and doing the whole back and forth and shaming them for thinking that way, people shut down. I know I would have. If you would have called me stupid and doing, and that whole sort of thing, like it's fine when we're behind a video screen or whatever, but like in person, that's not the way to engage folks, right? And really, even on video, you probably should be saying it that way, because somebody that thinks that way may be watching and could change their mind. But you guys can let me know what you think about that approach in the comment section, and if you have tried to talk to someone. Now, obviously, I think, especially in today's hyper-polarized, state that we live in, it's still going to be difficult, right? I think even the way that I said it, with the statistics, with the facts, with video footage of actual people saying what, you're claiming they've said, I think it's still going to be 80% miss. But I do think there's going to be a 20% success rate with that type of approach. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Like I said, I think it's just all about bringing awareness to what the actual truth is and making people aware of the facts, because I don't think most people are, because I know I wasn't. And I was in the same areas that they were in. I grew up in the same conditions, in the same, you know what I mean? So we just weren't aware of the actual truth. All we knew was what the media told us and what the media pushed out to us. And the media is not posting, the videos of Kamala arresting folks and then laughing. The media is not posting the video of Joe Biden calling black kids roaches. The media is not posting that stuff. So I think it's up to us to just make people aware of those types of things. But as always, like I said, y'all let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, and of course, hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.